Welcome back, everybody. It's November. We've had a couple frosts already. I mean, quite a few. Had a little bit of snow, but now it's 57 degrees. Supposed to be almost 60 tomorrow. I've been asked by some of my fellow YouTube friends to join a collaboration. It's called Junk Project. So some of the channels that are in the collaboration include Sweet Irish Farm, Hope This Works Homestead, Farmer G, Old Camp Ranch, Dubois Homestead. They just moved to right north of Lake Superior. I think they're almost on Lake Superior, which is pretty cool. I believe you guys are on Lake Superior, right? They're up in Canada. Who else? The Green Dream Project, I believe, Humble Homestead. There's a few more. I'm going to post all of those channels in the description. So this is the challenge. Make something out of junk. Now, if you are a homesteader or even if you like to be frugal, you know, don't throw anything away. I don't throw a lot of stuff away. There's actually a pile of junk behind the man shed there. But as my friend Josh up in West Virginia told me once, Josh, if you're watching this is some great advice you gave me. It's not called a junk pile. It's a resource yard. That's right, resource yard. You never know what's gonna break and what you can make out of it, right? So I'm gonna go around and try to find some junk and see what I can make out of it today. That's the challenge. Being resourceful, recycling stuff, reusing stuff, repurposing stuff. That's a lot of ours, people. I'm gonna see what I can make out of stuff that is just laying around the homestead. First I need to find a tape measure. Perhaps I could make a tape measure detector for my junk project. That would be really helpful if I could do a tape measure detector. I can imagine it. Boop, 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 boop. I gotta find a tape measure, people, and then we're gonna walk around the homestead and see if we can find some junk. So I have an idea of what I'm going to make out of junk, but I'm not gonna tell you. You're gonna have to stick around and see what I make. I think this board I can use, so this is a good board. And maybe this board. So again, these look pretty junky. But I'm gonna spray them down and make them look nice, or as nice as I can. I made it! But what did I make? Well, obviously it is a birdhouse, but what kind of birdhouse is it? This is for screech owls. This is a nesting box for one of America's smallest owls. I have screech owls on my property. Sometimes I've been able to call them within about 5 or 10 feet by using a screech out call on my phone. It's pretty cool. My family really enjoys seeing the owls, and I decided to encourage them to stick around by making a screech owl box. Now, why is this a screech owl box? First, it has a small opening, so most owls are not going to be able to get into here, except for the screech owls. It has a landing board, and I have this on a hinge so that I can open it up in the wintertime and clean out the box. So owls have beaks that are very specialized for catching mice. They're not really used for nest building. They typically find an abandoned nest of a prior bird, a small mammal, and they build their nest with whatever materials are already there. So they don't go around finding twigs and straw. They can't do it. Their beaks aren't shaped the correct way. So I'm going to put some straw and some leaves and some mulch in here, and that's going to help encourage the screech owls to find a home here. Now, I do have chickens, if you're thinking about the chickens. So, screech owls do not eat chickens. They are so tiny. They're about this big. Yes, owls do eat chickens, but I'm actually going to build a box for some larger owls as well. I feel like if owls get your chickens, that's really your fault. And yes, I've had predators eat my chickens. Most people that have chickens, you will lose some chickens to predators. It's not if, it's when. A few more notes. You want to make sure that the box is pretty deep, because the owlets will be raised in the bottom of the cavity, but you want it high enough up so that it's going to take some time for them to grow so that they can actually get out. You do not want a baby owl to be able to jump up and fit through this hole easily, because if they do, they won't be able to fly. They'll fall out of the nest, and most baby owls are not able to recover from that. This is also a nice landing board for the baby owls when they're older and they can't fit through here. They can wait here for their parents for feeding time. So I'm going to find a tree about 15 feet up on the edge of my woods. I'm going to put this up, and I'm hoping springtime I may have a family of screech owls that's hanging out in my new home for them. So again, this was a collab with a bunch of channels. I'm going to leave the links at the bottom in the description. Go ahead and check out all of their channels. They're all doing junk projects. They're just finding what they found at their house, just laying around, building something out of it. I actually did not even cut a single board, which I kind of like that rustic look for an owl box. I think it's pretty cool. If you like our channel, subscribe, like, all that stuff. Check out all the other channels in the collab that are in the description. And keep on having a great day. Keep on homesteading. Try to do something new and try to learn something different.